Hello and welcome to Worldview, a program designed to bring you up to speed with trending developments the world over. My name is Xavier Robert, reaching you live from Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital. And on our top stories today, Ukraine's military intelligence chief says drone attack on air base in Russian city of Peskov on Tuesday launched from inside Russia. Singaporeans head to polls in city-state's first contested presidential election. Details of these stories and more in a moment.
SpectrumTv, broadening your horizon.
One truth not often told is about the transformation that Africa has undergone in recent decades. Africa is shaping its own destiny and should be referred to as the African opportunity. On Spotlight Africa, we paint the African picture the African way, laced with truth, detail, and the color of the African continent. Join Uyai Anyekan every Tuesday and Thursdays at 4:30 p.m. Spotlight Africa, telling the African story.
The Nigerian police, which is the only one allowed by grossly abused. Our governors have to share police powers with the president as stipulated by the constitution. We do not have a federal government police force. We have the Nigeria Police Force, which shall be administered, organized, and supervised by the Nigerian police.
No, my lord, I want to say something. I want to say something here. Perhaps it might also enlarge the scope of people who should be invited here for examination. My lord, if we cannot find those who literally murdered Abiola, who are those people who could be said to be the beneficiaries of the death of Abiola?
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did.
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Hebrew.
He did not.
My lord, the Matters Council is leading the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord, but we can't be talking about cases which are in court,
Is
my lord.
this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my lord. These cases are in court, my lord. I'm just reminding your lordship.
My lord, sorry, my lord, I think I'll be in cross-examination.
Legally Speaking, a program that deals with legal issues and questions we face as citizens of this amazing country, Nigeria. Legally Speaking. Join us every
Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
for Legally Speaking.
First on Worldview today, torrential rain and winds caused by a cyclone have left at least 27 people dead in southern Brazil, with more flooding expected. The governor of Rio Grande do Sul said it was the state's worst ever weather disaster. Thousands have been forced from their homes, according to officials in Morecambe, a town of 5,000 people. Hundreds had to be rescued from their rooftops as 85% of the town was flooded, according to local media. The President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva said the federal government was ready to help. Eduardo Leite, governor of Rio Grande do Sul, told a news conference that 15 more bodies had been found in Morecambe on Tuesday, bringing the death toll to 21. More than 300 mm, that is 11 inches of rain, hit the state in less than 24 hours, triggering floods and landslides, according to officials. Away from that, the United Arab Emirates has announced an investment of $4.5 billion in clean energy projects for Africa during a landmark climate summit hosted by Kenya, which is aimed at attracting funding to combat global warming. This was made known by Sultan Al Jaber, who heads the government-owned renewable energy firm Masdar, the UAE's national oil company ADNOC, and the COP28 climate talks. Reports say that heads of state, government and industry leaders are among thousands of attendees at the Nairobi summit, where Africa is promoting its potential as a clean energy powerhouse. The Africa Climate Summit will be followed by the COP28 summit later this year in Dubai, which is expected to feature competing agendas for the world's energy future. Defense Secretary Grant Shapps has confirmed that Britain will ban Russian mercenary outfit, the Wagner Group, as a terrorist organization. Shapps told newsmen that given the activities they are involved with, it will be legal to be part of them. His comments came hours after reports emerged that Home Secretary Suella Braverman was to make the Wagner Group a proscribed organization under anti-terror laws, putting it on a par with Islamic State and Al-Qaeda. The reports say that Wagner is a violent and destructive organization which has acted as a military tool of Vladimir Putin's Russia overseas. Under the Terrorism Act 2000, the Home Secretary has the power to proscribe an organization if they believe it is involved in terrorism. Shapps said the measures will ban people in the UK from being actively involved in the group or displaying its logo. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that Moscow is just weeks away from supplying free grains to 6 African countries after scrapping a deal allowing Ukrainian food exports through the Black Sea. His comments during a press conference with Turkish leader Recep Tayyip Erdogan in the Black Sea resort city of Sochi came hours after Russian forces pounded one of Ukraine's key grain exporting hubs overnight with a swarm of attack drones. Erdogan told Putin that Turkey and the United Nations had prepared new proposals aimed at addressing Russia's problems with the deal, adding that he hoped to reach a workable solution soon. But Putin reiterated that Russia would only return to the landmark accord where its demands were met, and instead gave details of the plan for shipments to Africa. Now, at least 16 people have been reported killed in a missile attack on the Ukrainian city of Kostiantynivka. President Volodymyr Zelensky said those killed were people who did nothing wrong and warned the death toll could increase, saying that the Russian must be defeated as soon as possible. The Ukrainian president said that a market, shops and a pharmacy had been hit in the eastern city, which sits close to the battlefield. Videos circulating on social media appear to show the moment of the explosion and its graphic aftermath. Moving on now, a high-ranking German intelligence officer has been charged with treason for allegedly passing state secrets to Russia. Prosecutors believe Carsten L. shared intelligence about the war in Ukraine and the Wagner machinery group and received roughly 400,000 euros. That is about 340,000 pounds. According to German reports, another German man who is suspected of having acted as a courier has also been charged. Both men could face life sentences. The employee of Germany's Foreign Intelligence Service BND, known only as Carsten L., in line with Germany's privacy rules, oversaw a department monitoring overseas telephone and internet communications. He was promoted weeks before his arrest to a role responsible for background checks of the agency, according to Süddeutsche Zeitung and public broadcasters NDR and WDR. Carsten L. was arrested in Berlin last December. The police arrested his alleged accomplice Arthur E.A. a month after he arrived in Germany on a flight from the U.S. A German businessman born in Russia, Arthur E. is accused of traveling to Moscow and handing intelligence to Russia's domestic spy agency, the FSB. Both men have been charged with treason in a particularly serious case by Germany's prosecutor general, according to reports. Away from that, Myanmar's detained former leader Aung San Suu Kyi is being denied medical care despite her ill health, according to her son. Kyi Mari said the junta ruling the country blocked prison authorities' request for his mother's urgent care. Sources familiar with the matter told media that Burmese severe toothaches have left the 78-year-old unable to eat. However, a junta spokesman said Suu Kyi is in good health and gets checkups from military and civilian doctors. Suu Kyi has been detained since February 2021 when she was ousted by a military coup in July. She was moved from prison to house arrest in the Burmese capital, Naypyidaw, but it is unclear where in the city she is being held. Away from that, the death toll from severe rainstorms that have lashed parts of Greece, Turkey, and Bulgaria has increased to 11 after rescue teams recovered 4 more bodies. The storm